all right, you convinced me. I'm ready to move. What does that look like? I mean, I have all these disparate PACS systems and I already have a VNA or something to that effect. And you're telling me, hey, you should start over because it's a new architecture. I assume I'm putting something in there and moving our existing images over. You've done this for a bunch of clients. Give us an idea of what this looks like.
First message I have and recommendation is don't try and boil the ocean, right? You're building your house. And when you build your house, you have to build it on a very strong rebar, cement, concrete foundation. So the first place to start, data governance. Focus on quality, focus on normalization of information that comes into the solution, and then focus on centralization of it. Once you have that started and established, find what I'll say is the biggest ROI. Typically, those big ROIs are radiology and cardiology. Bring those organizations on board with the expectation is you buy a terabyte now, you never repurchase that same terabyte again in the future. So this is an infrastructure play. Stop writing those checks that you're writing to those storage companies, right? If you're going to write one, write it and be done with it. In addition, on the migration side, right? So if you look at historically, it's kind of getting humorous, to be honest. In the 80s, you bought a PACS, you paid to put data in. In the 90s, you bought a PACS, you bought a migration to put data in it. 2000, 2010, you bought a PACS, you put data in it. Here we are, 2023, and we're looking at this PACS replacement market again to replace with another vendor that's got the same code bases. This is crazy, right? Let's change the paradigm here. Let's say if I'm going to do this, it's the last time I'm going to pay for the storage, and it's the last time that I'm going to pay for the migration cost going forward. That's a real savings, right? Then you start app consolidation, right? So you start bringing radiology, you bring cardiology, you bring endoscopy in, you bring in ophthalmology, you start to bring in digital path. These things that every single time I go out and buy, I have an application, I have infrastructure, I have storage for every service line. Let's collapse that infrastructure into a centralization model. And then let's start either reduce the cost of those applications on their M&S contracts or just get rid of them if I now have an enterprise viewer that allows me to see it all.